guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian-American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials on Mondays and Wednesdays, and on Fridays I do fabulous drag looks because Fridays are a drag. Okay? In today's video, we're doing a review of yet another Aliexpress dupe, or is it really a dupe? So it looks just like it. Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. Oh, so we're gonna be doing a look on each eye with a real Carnival and with a dupe. So you let me know which eye is which. I'm gonna show you close up later, and we're gonna be doing this look and discussing what this palette looks like. It's only $7 something on AliExpress, so if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of all new videos I upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live almost every Monday. So follow me on social media, all the links are down below, as well as my Patreon group. So like, subscribe, comment, it's good for the algorithm. And let's get right into this video. So before we get into the video, let me say a couple of words. There are a couple of birthdays coming up. I like to do birthday shoutouts for my patrons. So if you guys are watching it and you haven't given me your birthday yet, please send me a message on Patreon, give me a birthday so I can give you a birthday shoutout. So there are 2 birthdays coming up. One is Nina. Nina's birthday in December, and also Brianna's birthday is also in December. So Nina's birthday is December 13th. And Brianna's birthday is December 18th. I'm not sure when this video comes out. I like to pre-film stuff. So I'm gonna say happy birthday to you guys now. And I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you have a great celebration and have fun with your friends and with us. Maybe online. So have fun, enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday, Brianna and Nina. So Brianna also gave me a random fact about you, and I usually ask you guys to give me something interesting about you. So the ones that gave me the fact was, one of those people was Brianna. So Brianna says that I giggle at horror movies, so I don't see them in theater. Apparently it creeps people out when I laugh at inappropriate times. Also I love My Little Pony. And friendship is magic. My first tattoo was the symbol of the first video game I played with Daddy. That's a lot of random facts. Well, thank you. So, happy birthday Nina, happy birthday Brianna, I love you guys. So let's get into the palettes. So I got the palette, which is Carnival dupe. It looked so much like the real thing when I looked on AliExpress. I'm not sure if they had a picture of what's inside. But since it looked like it, I'm buying it. I don't think I really saw what it looks like inside because, or maybe I just didn't pay attention. Most likely I didn't pay attention because, you know, attention who? We don't know her. We're very flighted here like squirrels. So I saw this for $7.53. I'm like, content, YouTube. And I got it. So total with shipping was like $9.80. So, looks like this. I think I showed you in the intro already. I mean, is this really dupe? No. But it looked like it, and with me, with my grabby fingers, I saw it in AliExpress. I'm like, I need it. Well, there goes the video. So this is the real thing. And this is the dupe. The size is almost the same, the palette. The names of the shades are exactly the same. The placements is completely different. Some of the shades are in the same place, but most of them are not. So they pretty much like they took the names, but they couldn't understand which one is which, or probably didn't even care much. They probably took like a screenshot of this palette and like, oh, let's put some colorful rainbow shades in here. I'm like, blah. And that became Carnival palette. Yeah, there's some things that really stand out and look pretty, but most of them are nothing like the original. You'll see the swatches, I'll show you later. I actually managed to find almost like exact dupes of some like orange and red shades. I think they're the best. Like here, the orange and reds, they're so good. Even the yellow, actually in the right place, it looked like yellow, almost in the right place, I think. But the rest of them are completely off and look nothing like the original. But I managed to actually do the look. They look almost exactly the same as the original. So there, enjoy it in all its glory. So let me zoom in so you can take a guess which one is which before we get into a tutorial part, or I would say test which one is which and which one works, how it works together. So this is as zoomed in as I can get it because I'm now farther away from camera because of my new setup. So which one do you think is Carnival and which one do you think is the dupe of the Carnival? So there they are. Take a guess and let me know in the comments. So in the next clip you'll see me show you some swatches. I didn't swatch all of them, almost all of them. I swatched, I think it was 28 shades and it's 40 shades in each palette. But the thing is, they're not similar and there are a lot of shades that kind of dupe each other here in the reds and oranges that don't exist in the other palette, and there's some shades in the real palette that don't exist in dupe, so it kind of like was difficult. They're very crumbly and some of them already like fell out onto the mirror, so it's another thing. And the name says Hudali, which is like they're trying to like splatter everything on it possible. They got Carnival 3, but then they put Hudali as if like it's a Huda Beauty. Or maybe it's their brand. It's called Hudali. Let me see. You know what? They don't really lie. It's not a fake. You know, there's such thing as a fake, and there's such thing as a dupe. I think this is more of a dupe. Although they took the front of the palette almost the same. But here it says Yuo Swan Sky Cosmetics Limited. So they actually put made in China, and you know, they didn't like say, oh, we had the Bperfect. So I don't like think that it's something unsafe. I mean, it could be unsafe. I think the most unsafe palettes are the fakes, the counterfeit, because they actually say the ingredients of the real palette and you know it's made in US or whatever, and in reality it's not. But this is the actual brand, and might be Hudali is the name of the brand. I mean, they just try to make it look like something that's well known, my guess. So without further ado, let me stop blubbering. So you'll see me hold my arm against the wall over here and see the swatches, and then we'll get into application and you'll actually see which eye applied which palette. Okay, so on this side you see the new dupe of Love Tahiti. On this side you see the actual Love Tahiti Bperfect. I tried to find as many dupes as I could, but I only found 28 out of 40, so 12 are missing. They're not really dupes. What I noticed that the new palette has the Aliexpress version, doesn't have a lot of depth. And you see, this is a shimmer. This is a shimmer, so this one is actually very decent. The mattes are not quite the same. There are a couple of shimmers in the dupe that are mattes in the old palette, in the real palette, but some of them are really similar, the reds and the oranges, and the shimmers are not quite the same. There is no duo chrome. I think it's a duo chrome from Love Tahiti. No such thing in the dupe. The pinks are alright. The pink lily almost the same. The purples are pathetic, as you can see on this side. These are the 3 last colors I could dupe. The pinks, this, like, I was trying to get pigmentation out of this purple. This is in the dupe, and this is Love Tahiti. And obviously this one is very pigmented, and this one is very pathetic. The same thing here. And this is a shimmer, and this is the matte. So the dupe has shimmer that's really beautiful, but it's not the same. The beautiful undertone the same, but the depth is not the same. There is no black, there is no dark green, there is no dark brown, there is no dark purple. So we'll see what we can do. So I'm gonna sit down and do the eye look with both palettes, and we'll see what I can do. Okay, we're at the new setup here, so let me know what you guys think. I can't really see because I'm a little far from camera now, because it used to be my little fold-up table was this wide, and my dining table is like the regular size, so I'm kind of like, I can't reach it. But my husband operating right now, so if I need to operate, I'll have to get off my butt and operate it. So we got our two palettes that look very similar, but they're not the same. I'm already having the feeling that it's gonna be a real SHIT job because from the front it looks so the same, so that's why I bought it. But when I received it, it's one of those cases. What it looks like on Aliexpress and it looks like in real life, it's not the same. But I'm gonna put the fake one on the right eye. This is my good side. And the real one on the left side. Because left side we don't know her. So since we don't have any depth here, we're gonna do something sunsetty. So I'm gonna try to use the ones that actually do look alike. Like the purples and some reds. Some reds and pinks are very decent actually. So I'm going to do the purple into pink, into red, into orange, and yellow. And then in the lid, we're going to probably do the green shimmer. And maybe something blue. I don't know, we'll see. Something tropical. Because obviously it's a tropical carnival. So let me place them. The left on the left side and the right on the right side. I'm going to use different brushes. And I'm going to use all gesso brushes. Because I have two sets of gesso brushes that are exactly the same. So we're gonna use actually exactly the same brushes for both eyes. It's gonna be a real experiment. By the way, I just prepared to do the video and I already swatched them and I didn't even notice something. I only noticed this now, that the name are actually in exact correct position, but the shades are not, and they're totally different. The black peach is like a purple shimmer and there's no black. All the shade, all the Aliexpress shade. And they could not even spell mango. It says manco. M-A-N-C-O. Manco. Man Incorporated. Something. Anyway, I'm just making fun of it as usual. So I'm gonna take Gesso 231 and I have another one. We're gonna go for the Fake the House Blackberry. This blackberry is gonna be very pathetic. Well, I have already Pelisse base on. So we shall see. I see some pigmentation, which is a good thing. It's not as dark, so I already see it's not gonna look great. But this is what we have, and that's what I'm gonna be working with. So this is the other Gesso 231, and I'm going to Blackberry, the real Blackberry, and we shall see. Oh girl, the difference is real. So now I'm taking Gesso 227 and we're gonna go to the shade that I think should be a dupe of Pink Lily. Pink Lily here, it's pink but it's not that pink. This one's Sand, which is supposed to be like a light orange. Of course this just slapped it on in there. This one looks like Pink Lily, so hopefully we'll save this thing. I'm gonna try to put it right over the purple. Do the same thing on the other side with a real Pink Lily. Alright, let's continue trying the side shadows on. So I'm gonna start with the Starlight here. This is not the Starlight that's on the real palette. The real palette is a purple shimmer, and here this is like a reddish kind of pinkish tone. So I'm gonna take that because it's a very deep shade. I'm gonna put it slightly above the pink. I'm using the same brush, I just cleaned it up on a towel. This one is the most promising. Yeah, this one actually gave me a little more depth. I would say it blends out really easily, but there's not much depth to the shades except for this one. This one was decent. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Let's see, it looks a little bit like a bloom or even blaze, kind of in between bloom and blaze. So I think I'm gonna kind of dip the brush between bloom and blaze because blaze is red and bloom is pinkish, kind of purplish color. I'm gonna put that over. So So I think I'm gonna go into the Sundown, and there's ginger, mango, and yellow. Yellow actually looks like yellow a lot. This even swatched like yellow. Mango looks similar, so that's a very decent dupe. Ginger isn't the same at all, so I'm probably gonna use something like a Sundown there. The Sundown actually looks like Sundown. So this is like a shade that does not exist, one of these. There's a lot of similar shades on this palette, like similar oranges, they all almost look the same, or similar reds, they look almost identical, and there's no match in the real thing, so yeah. That's a very poor dupe, so I'm gonna do just up 228, and we're gonna go to Sundown and into the oranges. Probably gonna use the same brush for everything, because oh, this one is actually very decent. You see, just like I was telling you during the swatches, that the reds and the oranges were the most decent shades in this palette, and it totally is more decent. So I'm just gonna finish with this side. I'm gonna move on to the other. So clean this brush. We're going into the ginger. Pretty much all the orange shades. We're just gonna blend this out here. So going to Love Tahiti, I'm gonna go Sundown, Mango, and Yellow, because there's like excess of different red varieties, red shades in the fake palette, so we don't need that. So I'm just gonna go with the same brush. I mean the same kind of brush, but not the same brush, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna do the same in the low lash line with these two brushes, just up 2, 3, 4. I have two brushes. I'm probably gonna go just to the same colors. I see a little patchiness on the fake palette, and the real is more pigmented. I should have probably used Tahiti shade, because Tahiti shade is just light purple like the blackberry and the fake palette, because fake blackberry is fake house, it's bad. It's just bad. There's no way to go around it. So let's go to the fake blackberry. Maybe put a little blackberry, a little Tahiti. Just want to kind of make them look similar. I'm just gonna clean these brushes on the towel, and we're gonna go into the reds and oranges. So I quickly cut my crease with Pilly's base, and we're gonna use just a 233 cream shader brushes for shimmer. I find this very useful for shimmers. So there's not much shimmer action going on, both palettes. I think the dupe has more shimmers actually, and some of the shimmers are not the mattes in the other palette. I mean, we're gonna try to do what we can. The blue balloon here is a shimmer, and the other shimmer too, but this one is bright blue, and in the actual real palette it's like a purplish shimmer. So I think I'm gonna actually, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna use Lagoon. Because Lagoon here is literally a red shimmer in the new palette. It doesn't exist in the real palette, so obviously. So we're gonna try to do green to blue. So I'm gonna start with chili pepper, which is clearly not chili pepper, because chili pepper is red, obviously. So I'm gonna use this brush. I'm gonna go to the Fake the House palette for the green shimmer. These are very similar, that's why I chose it. It's actually really pretty. I mean, most of the fakes that you get, shimmers are usually very nice, because I think shimmers are way easier to formulate. So I'm gonna flip that brush and go to the Blue Moon, which is a blue shimmer in the fake palette. I actually like this blue shimmer, and the shimmers here, there is a little better than actual Bperfect shimmers. I find Bperfect shimmers a little lackluster. Some of them are okay, but I find the fake one has better buttery, a little more buttery, soft pressed shimmers, not too hard pressed. So this is Tahiti Green. I would have to be honest and say Tahiti Green is pretty awesome shimmer. Like some of the Bperfect shimmers are not, but this one is. This is beautiful, and then I'm looking at comparison. Actually, this one stands out way better. So yeah, I take it back. The dupe is not as good. I'm gonna drag this palette all the way. Let's flip this and use Lagoon, because Lagoon is actually very similar to the color of this blue shimmer. And we're gonna try to blend shimmer and matte, because you know, it's possible. We can do this. Okay, so I did a little bit outer corner blend, and also I took a tiny brush like this. This is just a brow liner 322. I tried to add some purple back because it got a little light, and I'm gonna tell you, the dupe palette, it does not want to attach. It does not want to stick to the eyeshadow under it. It pretty much looks very dry, and it doesn't want to go on. But the real thing, the purple blackberry, it did go on, so it made it look deeper. So now we can really see the difference. So let's highlight the brow bone. I'm gonna use two same Jessup brushes. This is 237 Detail Shader, and the other one that kind of looks similar is Vanilla here. It's like a light duochrome shimmer, and here we have Bamboo, which Bamboo of course is not the same color, but you know, they're all fake. So Bamboo looks pretty much plain, like a light-ish kind of off-white tone. So that's the only thing we can come up with. And this shade is very powdery, I would say. It's opaque. It's an opaque shimmer, but it's very chalky look. See, it works, but it's not pretty, you know. And let's do the other one with the actual vanilla. That is so stunning. I don't use that shimmer often enough. Vanilla in the Real Bperfect palette, it's beautiful. Okay, now that I cleaned up under eyes, I can see a little patchiness on the fake palette, but overall looks beautiful. Actually looks very similar from a distance. I'm shocked that it actually looks almost the same. So let me do the base makeup, and the eyeliner probably gonna fix the patchiness because there is no black and the purple here is so light. I'm just gonna do a thick eyeliner. I'm gonna really snatch it up, and it's gonna cover up all the boo-boos. So I'll be back with a full face. We're gonna evaluate all this. Alright, I zoomed in a little bit and let me move my head closer to the camera because I'm sitting pretty far right now. So what you see now is a very dramatic look, a very kind of a fashion-forward editorial. I did not blend this. I thought it was going to be SHIT at the end, but now I'm looking at it, I cannot see the difference. One of them does look a little darker, and one of them does look a little lighter. Obviously, the dupe looks slightly lighter, but literally after I put this glasses and eyeliner, I can't see the difference whatsoever. I mean, they're almost the same, like almost identical. And I put blush, the same colors I use in my eyes. I used all the oranges. I'm just lifting up the dupe palette, but I use the same thing in Love Tahiti. Oranges, reddish sundown, this one, Cyril, whatever that is, mango, yellow. I used all of this kind of to drape it all together. And I used highlight from Barium, a baked highlighter, and a little bit of Zoeva gold highlighter on top. I have a Fruit Lifeline, excuse me, get out of here. So I'm really impressed actually how it came out. I mean, the palette itself, I would never recommend this. It's cheap, it's Aliexpress, but just get the real thing, to be honest. Love Tahiti is like easily could be my favorite palette, like of all the palettes I own. And this is not a real dupe. There's no black, there's no depth, but the oranges and the reds, they perform incredibly well. And some of them I almost could swear that they blended better than Love Tahiti. There's some of those oranges and reds that are like softer and creamier formula, and Love Tahiti. I mean, Carnival's Bperfect, like I have a little bit of issue with them, that they're all very dry. Like even you can see on top of the eyeshadows, some of the reds and oranges have a little green on them. They literally look grainy, like in the pinks too, in the purples too. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with the formula, what the grain is going on. But this doesn't have the grain in it. This is a more soft pressed. So that there is a little bit of advantage, but not much. So, but you could make a look that look exactly the same. And it was effortless. It did blend effortlessly, but you know, again, no depths. And they didn't do a good job really duping it. So it's not a dupe, but it works. But I wouldn't recommend. Unless you just want to play with something. So yeah, check it out. The dupe, the real thing. What do you guys think? I mean, it looks pretty. For what it's worth, you know, all the colors they use, they all work together real well. Blended perfectly. I don't see, I mean, there was a little patchiness before, but I put the eyeliner where the patchiness was, and the patchiness bye-bye. So it looks perfect now. Um, so that's it. That's a finished look. Let me know what you guys think. Uh, a lot of you guys like the sunsetty look with a cool tone and all that. This kind of looks always look flattering, and if you blend them out that far, like I blended it out almost in my nose bridge and here and the below my eyes, it just becomes very editorial and very like smoky and like sultry looking. So that was very flattering on anyone. So I'm into it. Of course, it's not the best dupe, and the shimmers are pretty, but like the brow bone highlight, this one is like nothing like the Love Tahiti. So yeah, for all tours, it's fun to play with, it's cheap, but just save some more money and just buy the real thing. So that would be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you think. Let me know if you guessed it correctly, because I asked you in the beginning if you can guess which eye is which. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live almost every Monday. So follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description box, as well as my Patreon group. So a huge thank you to all my patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support and being here for me and my channel. I love you guys and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!